Also, too, Josh, I want to talk to you about the Western Conference semifinals back in
Mhm.
2015.
Yeah.
Um, Overcoming a 3-1 deficit gets talked about often, but there's
hmm
a series that I feel like doesn't get enough love that properly deserves, and that's the what you and the Houston Rockets did back in 15. So how was that series overall? Being down 3-1, and storming back and winning that.
Man, I mean, we fought through a lot of adversity, man. I feel like that series kept everybody together to this day. I mean, everybody still checks up on each other from that team. I mean, we built a real brotherhood and brothership from that moment. I mean, being down 3-1, fighting the odds. I think it was like an 87% chance that we wouldn't accomplish it. So, fighting back from that was amazing. It was a blessing. Having those conversations on those planes, plane rides back, really not holding anything back, guys not getting in their feelings, and we just figuring it out as men and as brothers. I mean, they had rolled us off, and guys, that bunch was probably the one of the most favorite teams I've ever been a part of, because of how far we went, and how quick we was able to be successful and put that thing together.
Can you talk a little bit about Game 6? You guys were down 19 points, I think, by the
Yeah.
close to the end of the third quarter, and then
Mm.
you and Corey and Brewer just went crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
it
man.
was special.
We just was, we huddled up and we was like, if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out guns blazing. We're not gonna hold anything back. We have nothing to lose. So let's stop playing tense. And man, we just kept chipping away at the lead, chipping away at the lead. I made some big shots. Corey made some big shots. Uh, and we kind of seen the energy in the building, kind of like the life, it just gets sucked out of it. So we just kind of like, we fed off of that, and we just took advantage of everything that we had around us to be able to give us the motivation that we need to win the game. It was a beautiful feeling, man. I can't even say it lie. Still watch that to this day.
I ain't bad at it. I ain't bad at it.
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest challenges though of overcoming a playoff deficit like that? Because you could have just folded, right? The
Um,
team could have just folded, but you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's
Y'all didn't.
mental toughness, man. Mental toughness, having that mental toughness, and kind of a little cockiness too, because you gotta be a little cocky. You gotta be, what I'm saying, you gotta be a lot of optimistic. You know what I'm saying? No little, a lot. And you got to just put your head down and go to work. Put your hard hat on and just go to work. And that's what we did. We just didn't we never looked at the series and the numbers when we got down. We just looked at what we needed to do in order to correct it. And that's what we did. Like, kind of talking to ourselves, like, man, they gonna let us win game 5. They want to win that game. They want to win at home. So we got this one. So we just got it. All we got to do is just handle our business. We go home. I mean, we go to their house. It's gonna be a little struggle, but we got, what I mean. So we just talking like that, having little conversations and motivating each other. I kind of feel like Jason Terry did a great job at keeping everybody's heads into the game. He was a great motivator in that aspect, and keeping everybody locked in. We watched a ton of film on the plane. Watched a ton of film together. We had conversations on the phone, and we made it work, man. It was beautiful, man. That was beautiful to be a part of.
Yeah, and two, do you feel, obviously, going back to LA, what was the mindset going into that game 6? I know you mentioned game 5, all right, you know what, obviously it's one game at a time, but I think we can really take this. But game 6, it's on the road, right? You're going into an environment like that with, to me, a championship caliber team in the Clippers. So what was the
Absolutely.
overall mindset that you all had going into that?
We're gonna beat their ass. Like, we didn't have anything else, but like, we didn't have nothing to lose. We was gonna come in there, and we was gonna try to whoop on them. And then, when they was beating us, we just, in the locker room at halftime, we was like, we're gonna give it all we got. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it one quarter at 1 minute at a time, one quarter at a time. They'll let us back in the game. That's what we kept saying. They'll let us back in the game. They'll let us back in the game. That's all we kept saying. It's like words of affirmation. Like, I feel like that's really that. I mean, people might not believe in those things, but I feel like, you know, words of affirmation and being able to put things in the universe and really believe in it. I kind of feel like, you know, those things are those things are real.
Yeah, y'all made that team break up.
Yeah,
Clippers. That was it. After that series, that was it for the Clippers.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, man. I mean, I'm sorry that we did it, but you know, I'm happy that we was able to. I was able to experience the Western Conference or Western Conference Finals or East Conference Finals. You know, I never got that far, so it was fun to be able to experience it.
And talking about, like, I guess the overall journey of reaching a conference finals, because I think, you know, the idea of winning nowadays is obviously important, but the obstacles that you really have to overcome, the struggles that come along with the 82 game regular season and still having the mental toughness of reaching it that far in the playoffs and being consistent enough to make it that far in the playoffs.
I kind of feel like it's more physical too. You have to be. That's when the mental kicks in, because the physical kind of like, you know, you get tired quicker, and that second win you don't find it that so often later on in those rounds. So it's like, you know, it's more mental than anything. You know, you got to, like I said, you have to talk to yourself. You have to really take care of your body, watch what you eat. You know what I'm saying? Get those massages. You know, like, you know, you see. They say LeBron spends $1 million on his body every year or every summer. Like, your body is really your investment. Like, you have to take care of your body, and that's what, or you know, you won't have a long career. So you have to really put those things in mind, and you really have to take value into those things, and so you can have great moments in the finals, like how Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving or LeBron James has had.